Dr. Akila, Principal, Dr. Kalaimadi, the Dean, NAC, as well as the Dean for Research, Professor Rajeshwari, then Professor Saranya, HOD of English Department, Professor Vasuki, Head and Assistant Professor of Business Administration, Ms. Arunima Sanal, Head and Assistant Professor of Journalism and Mass Communication, the organizing committee members and student coordinators, dear participants, students, very good morning to you. I'm very happy to be here for this program. So you have this national conference scheduled today on the topic Literature as a Tool to Leadership Development. Before I have the formal session with you, let me just share a few thoughts as a small introduction. At the outset, I want to congratulate the three departments, Department of English, the Department of Business Administration, and the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, for the simple reason that it is not very common to find such interdisciplinary programs being conducted. So you do have many departments coming out with their own kind of schedules and programs, but it is somewhat rare to see the three departments jointly conducting a conference, which is really worthwhile, and I suppose it's kind of a path-breaking exercise. On my behalf, I would like to offer my congratulations to the management, to the principal, and especially to these three departments for having come out with this very, if I can use a term from my own talk, a very visionary kind of a theme, which I am sure is very useful to many of you, younger people. The second half, the technical session too, I'll be talking on the power of narrative in shaping vision. But only one point I'd like to make here, probably I'll reiterate this when I have my technical session with you, which is especially from the perspective of the English department, humanities so to speak. So there is a very big question mark today on the relevance of all the disciplines that are associated with humanities or arts in general. So we have English literature, of course, as a very big part of this area called humanities, which is nothing but the disciplines that study what it means to be a human being. So as I am defining, I am sure you are realizing what is a human being, what are all these, what is Sir saying or something like that. So that is precisely the point. So I am very pleased and delighted that the three departments have come together on a very relevant topic, the topic of leadership. And specifically, I have given the opportunity to share a few thoughts on how literature can help you to shape up a personal vision for yourself. So I think that readily indicates the relevance of literature. So probably many of you understand literature as stories. You're not very wrong in thinking or considering literature as stories. But what do stories do? How do they help us? I mean, what is the point of reading stories, so to speak, or studying literature or literary works? I think this seminar gives us kind of a direction. So literature is very useful in helping us to frame our own goals, to set our own goals, to be inspired, and to direct our lives and careers into some meaningful and worthwhile pursuits in our own lives. So in the second session, I'll be probably giving you some illustrations from some well-known and probably some not that well-known sources, some texts to precisely highlight on this topic. So in a nutshell, this conference certainly will enhance the importance of humanities. In fact, probably in India we have some slight kind of a decline in the importance, but in the West, if you look at the programs there, even in IITs, in India, there are this, they have this optional credits, like it's all credit based, so certain amount of credits are compulsorily expected from the students from the courses on social sciences and humanities. It can be anything from history or even psychology, some courses in psychology, literature, creative writing, so on and so forth. So the West has a very clear idea about the importance of the languages and literatures. A simple reason is it helps you to communicate. I think all of you know that. So literature or language helps us to communicate. And without communication, you cannot have any knowledge system. So I don't know what disciplines you all come from, varied disciplines, probably management, definitely mass communication, perhaps other disciplines also. But no matter the discipline, no matter what we are, even it doesn't matter whether you're a student or not, obviously communication is the cornerstone of human life. So you can imagine the moment you wake up, you want to talk with your mother or with your brother or someone. So even when you are asleep, you are talking through dreams. The dream is nothing but a subconscious language that is trying to express itself from our depths of our consciousness. So language you cannot remove from human beings. So communication, of course, is central to what we do in the departments of languages and literature. So I think this is good enough introduction. So the only point that I would like to say or kind of suggest what I'm going to do in the technical session too formally is focus exclusively on the use of narratives, which is nothing but the act of storytelling, that's called narration. So focus on narratives to direct our minds to what is known as a vision, or probably a popular term is goal setting. So this is what I'll be doing in the second half. So thank you very much, and I would like to once again thank the management, the principal, the heads, the deans, the faculty members and the students for giving me this opportunity to share some of my thoughts. I look forward to this second technical session. Thank you.
உலகத்தரமான கல்லூரி உங்கள் ஊரில். தெய்வானை அம்மாள் காலேஜ் ஃபார் விமென், அட்டானமஸ், விழுப்புரம். உங்கள் எதிர்காலம் உங்கள் கையில்.